Om Yogis, welcome to a practice today with the eagle. Let's lie down and take Shavasana. As you lie on your mat, just lie in any way that affords you a sense of comfort and ease and space. Let's create some comfort and some space inside of the body today. Our natural state is ease and grace. This is why it feels okay, because it's natural to us. When we're in difficulty and stress, it's an unnatural state. This is why it feels bad. So the magic of the eagle works to lift us into our higher states, which are more natural to us. So as you lie here today, breathing on your mat, start to feel the currents of air inside of your body. And just leave anything behind you that might be dragging you down in any way. You know, sometimes it's good to go into these things, and sometimes it's good to just leave it be. And use your breath to lift you up and out. Feel this sense of buoyancy that you create with your breath here. So you're riding the currents of your breath here. And just start to feel how good that feels to just breathe. Just be in awareness of breath. The eagle is said to be the king of birds, so our practice today, during our practice we'll try to retain this sense of ease and grace and sort of kingship and nobility or queenship, royalty. This is kind of a stretch out practice, not a lot of sweating, but we'll go quite deep. So deepen your breath in preparation. In preparation of all the good that is to come. Letting go of anything that you will not need for the next hour and a half or so. And just riding the currents of your breath in ease and grace. Be here now. Riding the currents of your own breath like a great eagle. Breath by breath, drawing yourself into that more natural, uplifted state. Let's bend your left knee into the body, pull it into the chest. Keeping the right leg straight. Let's take that knee across the body for a twist here, twisting to the right. Nice and easy. Regal almost. And come back to center, swap the legs over, taking the other knee in towards the body and then letting it fall to the left side. Or if you've gone a different way, don't worry. Beautiful. Let's inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Grab a strap and place a strap around your left foot. around the ball of your left foot. Now create like a high heel with your raised foot. So you're pushing the ball of the left foot into the raised foot, and you're just take the slack out of or put some slack into your strap so your shoulders can be firm to the floor and relaxed, nice and easy. And you're pushing the foot into the strap as you gently pull the strap towards you. Release the hinge of your jaw. Everything nice and easy. Ride the currents of your breath. And when you're ready, exhale, take that foot out to the side, so left foot comes over to the left side. And it doesn't need to come all the way to the floor, just come to where there is sensation. Ride the currents of your breath and ride the currents of the sensation inside of you. Root down through the opposite hip. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Now switch the strap, put it in the other hand, put both parts of your strap into the other hand, and we're going to take the leg across the body now. As soon as you feel sensation, just stop. And you can grab the thigh that is moving across the body, the upper part of the thigh, and roll the flesh away from you. Allow the sensation to arise. Arise. Allow the sensation. It is healthy to feel sensation in the body. It is healthy to feel our bodies. And there is such a thing as good sensation, even when that's intense. It can be good that it's intense because it draws us away from the mind. And into something different. As the sensation arises, we can get high on our own supply. To quote Wim Hof and David Sy, I've heard both of them say this: high on your own supply. Let's come back to center. Switch sides, so strap your right foot, I think it is, but if you went a different way, don't worry. Nice and easy. Create that high heel with the raised foot. And push the ball of the foot into the strap as you pull the strap down. So today's practice with the eagle is very regal, very noble. It is a no sweat, graceful, easeful practice where we expand. We're using stretching to expand the sensation in the body, with the understanding that as we expand sensation, we expand perspective, and we move gracefully into our higher minds, our more expanded self. Let's expand the self out to the side now, taking your foot out to your right side or whichever side you're working on, rooting down through the opposite hip. And we don't want to overwork here in this practice today. We want to balance out a lot of the work we do in our other practices in our daily lives by just being here now, riding the currents of the breath, riding the sensations that arise, coming up into the state of natural balance and ease and grace. Let's bring that hip back to center, bring that leg back to center. Swap the hands that you're holding your strap in and take the leg across the body. Let the sensation arise. As soon as you feel it, stop and breathe. It's letting your awareness fly like a great eagle through the sensation, through the breath. And you might want to grab the top of your thigh and roll it away from you. The top of the right thigh, roll it away. Breathing and feeling. Don't overwork. Don't overwork. We don't want to bring any tension into the body with this practice. If we can help it, we want to come back into our natural state of ease, grace, and relaxation. Let's come back to center, you guys. Gorgeous. And then just roll a little side to side, roll backwards and forwards, and gently come into downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, you can take a little walk the dog. Create space, comfort, and peace inside of your body. Embody your divine mind, the mind that says, I am in ease and grace. Royalty unto myself. Breathe a little deeper, expand the breath a little more. Ride the currents of your breath. And then bring your hands towards your feet. So you come into a nice easy fold. You can bend the knees if you need to. And just sway your head, heavy your head. You might want to sway the whole torso a little bit. You might even want to shake out your torso a little. Maybe sort of nod your head, yes, shake your head, no. Imagine the top of your head is like a pepper pot. And you can just sort of just gently shake out any lower thoughts, any lower thinking, stinking thinking, if you like. Let it fall from the top of your head. You don't need it right now. It will weigh you down. Gorgeous. Let's put a deeper bend into the knees now, you guys. Heavy through your shoulders, stay heavy through your head. And just slowly roll up through your spine. And walk, when you get there, walk to the top of your mat. Let's place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Just so you can feel the natural lift of your heart as you inhale. Just feel your heart naturally riding the currents of your breath like a great bird. Feel the levity, the liftedness of the heart here, without any force, just riding the breath. As you inhale, the heart moves away from the belly. As you exhale, gently lowers a little bit, and then lifts back up on the next inhale. This levity, this lightness of heart is our birthright. Let's take a moment to absorb that. Levity as your birthright. We are not born with all these things that can weigh us down. We are born light. Gorgeous. Let's lift the arms, light through the chest. And exhale, gently fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And as you exhale, let's take the left leg back into a low lunge. Keep your back knee raised. Your left hand stays down to the ground and your right arm peels open as you twist, open your wings. Keeping that levity of heart. Just feeling your heart riding the currents of your breath here. Beautiful. Come back to downward facing dog. And let's walk the feet to the hands this time. Bend the knees, roll up again through the spine. Feel your heart lift as you come back to standing, lifting the arms, and exhale, fold on in. Inhale halfway, the heart is still buoyant. And as you exhale, take your right leg back into a low lunge. Keep the back knee raised, the right hand stays down to the ground, the left arm peels open, spread your wings. Feel that levity in your heart. And then release that twist, come back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet, roll up through your spine. Feel the levity of your heart as you reach standing, and then drop your head, roll down through your spine. Spine. Back into downward facing dog, walking the hands forward. Look forward, inhale. As you exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale all the way down to your fold. Inhale halfway. As exhale, take the left leg back into a lunge. The back knee is raised. The left arm again stays down. The right arm reaches up for that twist. Come back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. And take three-legged dog, open up the hips here. Come back to downward facing dog. The left leg lifts up, take three-legged dog on the other side. Now bring your left foot forward. Your right arm stays down and your left arm reaches up for that same twist. Lovely. Come back to center. Bend your back knee. Inhale here. As you exhale, step to top of mat and fold. Then bend both knees. Let's come into chair pose here. In chair pose, see if you can retain and feel the levity of your heart as it rides the currents of your breath. Taking the weight back a little bit more into the heels, shifting the tailbone down towards the heels, lifting the belly up to support that levity of heart. Take one more breath here, and then fold to release that. Come into fold pose here. It's folding through. Inhale, let's go halfway. And as you exhale, bring your left leg back into a lunge. So let's keep the back knee down this time around. Keep your left hand down to the floor and reach back with your right hand to hold your back ankle. And open your chest here. You can roll a little to the right little toe side of your foot here. Or the left little toe side. So, yeah. I'm not sure you can do that actually on this one. I'm so sorry. It's much more difficult to speak this than it is to do it, but I'm confident that you'll be in this stretch now. Feel yourself now, unlike me, in ease and grace. You are embodying the energy of the eagle, the king of birds. Your body is your kingdom, and as you stretch here, you can really expand that kingdom of you, of you-ness, you. Expand your kingdom, move your belly away from your thigh, and really enjoy this opener. Gorgeous. Then come back to center and let's take a runner's lunge here. So your right leg is forward and you're folding over it. Avoid any rounding of the spine. Just look for that good sensation arising through your straight leg, through your hamstrings here. It is healthy to feel the body. Ride the currents of your breath. Awesome. Let's come out of that now and back into a lunge position. Your right leg is leading, and we're going to twist again. Raise your back knee this time into that familiar twist. So your left hand is down on the ground. Your right arm is expanding. And you're expanding the kingdom that is you here. You are the king of birds. You are the eagle. Let's keep that levity in the heart. Lean back into it a little bit more. Feel comfort, breath, space, lifting yourself higher through your breath, through your heart, leaning back, keeping that levity, which is your birthright. Gorgeous. And from here, let's shift back to downward facing dog. Your right leg now lifts away from you in dog, so you're in kind of a three-legged dog without opening the hip. And turn your toes out and your heels in as you sort of kick that leg out to the side and hold that leg out to the side if you can. Shift forward to plank. Your leg comes out to the side of your body at kind of a 90-degree angle or near to that. And then we lower to the ground for wounded warrior. So you're kind of in that same position that we were doing with the strap, where you're opening the leg out as best you can. And it might not be that your leg comes quite so high as a 90-degree angle, but that's okay. And in this position, let's take Sphinx. Close your eyes. Ride the currents of your breath. Ride the sensations of your body like a great eagle. Just surveying the kingdom of you. That is you. Looking for good sensation. It's not work too hard. It's embody some royalty here. Ease and grace being our natural state. And you can stay here, or you can just melt the chest down to the ground and add on, you can take Cobra now if you like. Your elbows stay tight into your body. So you're in this Cobra or Sphinx with one leg out to the side. And then let's melt the chest back to the floor. And now bend your back knee. And you can hold your back foot with your hands and take a half bow here with a 90-degree leg. We're moving into this other aspect of the eagle, which is like transcendence, sort of going beyond normality. And you can let that go whenever you're ready. And to escape this pose, just gently bring your legs back together and come into downward facing dog. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, let's come forward to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold on in. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Feel that levity of your heart when you get there. And exhale, back into your fold. Gorgeous. We're going to bring the right leg back now into lunge. Bringing the back knee down. And keep your right hand on the floor, reach back with your left hand this time. And hold your back ankle. And you can use this bind to open the chest. Expanding that kingdom of you here in this very majestic shape. Your belly is away from your front thigh. Opening through the chest, breathing deep, riding the currents of air, riding the currents of sensation, riding everything that is arising, taking you up towards your more natural state, towards your higher self. Beautiful. Let's square off. Come into runner's lunge. Your left leg is forward and you're just folding over it, not rounding the spine in any way. So avoid trying to fold too deep at the expense of your spine. Keep your fingers on the ground. Keep your heart buoyant. And just let that good sensation arise in the back of the leg. Let's shift forward back into that lunge position. Your left leg, is leading now, and we're twisting again. Raise the back knee so you're on the ball of your back foot, and open up, get big. So your left arm is towards the ceiling, your right arm is down to the ground. And you're just expanding your wings here, flying, keeping levity, keeping the heart buoyant on the breath, feeling levity as your birthright. Creating space and comfort and ease and grace in the body. Your kingdom is peaceful. King of birds. Gorgeous. From here, let's come back to downward facing dog. And your left leg is lifting now. You're going to turn your toes out. Don't open the hips. Keep the hips square. Turn your toes out. Heels in. And as you shift forward to plank, bring that leg out to a 90-degree angle with your other leg. For wounded warrior, lower yourself to the ground. And we'll take Sphinx pose in this position. closing the eyes, just surveying the inner landscape, looking for that good sensation, taking breath there, awareness there. Don't work too hard. So if you need to ease off, please, 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 please ease off. Embody some sense of royalty today inside of yourself. Hold yourself in high esteem. Embody that energy of the eagle, being that ease and grace is the natural state. Ease and grace is what moves us into our higher mind. And you can stay in Sphinx, or you can melt the chest to the ground and come back in, but in Cobra. Elbows are tight to the body. Heart retains that sense of levity. Exhale, melt the chest back to the ground. And you can take your back leg now in your hands, bend your knee. So you're coming into like a half bow here. You can just hold the bind, or you can lift the chest, lift the back leg a little bit. As I said before, coming into this other quality of the eagle, which is transcendence, going beyond the normal. Certainly feel that in this shape. And to escape, exhale, let yourself relax for a second. To escape, bring the legs together and come back into downward facing dog. So beautiful, that's lovely. From downward facing dog, let's walk the hands back to meet the feet. And then bend your knees, inhale for chair. Keeping that sense of levity in your heart space. And then drop yourself forward into a fold from here. Straighten out your legs as best you can and hook onto your big toes for Padangusthasana. Holding your toes, folding forward. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale halfway. As you exhale, take your hands underneath your feet. If you need to bend the knees a little more, that's okay. For Padangusthasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release your hands, bring them to your hips. And on your next inhale, bend the knees if you need to. Come on up to stand. We're standing now at the top of the mat. Just place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and breathe. As you breathe in, feel how the heart space naturally lifts. We're working today with the understanding of the levity of the heart. Lightness of heart is our birthright. No baby is born with a heavy heart. Perhaps, I don't really know, but I haven't met one yet. And we're working with the kind of logic that ease and grace is our natural state, and that is why it feels okay when things are easy. And tension and difficulty is not really our natural state, and that's why it brings so many challenges. And for this practice today, we are just returning to our more natural state, our higher state, with the help of the eagle. Release your hands, you guys. Let's inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold through. Inhale halfway. And exhale, take your left foot back into a lunge position with your back knee raised. So you're on the ball of your left foot, and use blocks if you need to bring the floor towards you, but we're going to bring both arms to the inside of that foot. So it'll be the inside of your right foot and lower to your forearms. Now what you'll naturally do here is you'll look in, but for this practice we want to look forward. And as you look forward, extend back through that back leg. So your back is not rounded in any way. You can use blocks to help you. I keep reiterating that. Your gaze is ahead of you, forward looking. It's very royal, outward looking. And with the understanding that as we stretch the body, and we feel these sensations of stretch in the body, which I know are not easy, we widen our perspective. We expand our kingdom. We're in this kind of dragon pose, but we're here as the eagle, the king of birds. So do not look in. Look forward, look forward, look forward. And just stay here as best you can. Just meeting what is uncomfortable with this easefulness of mind. This higher mind that says, I'm not necessarily going to get too involved with that. I'm just going to kind of hover over it and breathe and know that it will end soon. 3 more breaths. Well done, gorgeous. Let's take ourselves out of this very, very slowly does it, and meet me in downward facing dog. You might want to walk your dog a little bit here just to release the hips. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring your left foot forward. Come into that lunge with the back knee is raised. You're on the ball of the back foot, and the forearms are coming to the ground. You're in dragon pose here, and you can use blocks underneath your forearms. Maybe the forearms don't come to the mat or even to the blocks, so you can stay up on your hands. Just do the best you can, you guys, and remind yourself to stay with whatever is presented to you. Stay in that mind state of ease and grace. We can make life so much easier for ourselves if we can retain a higher perspective. This kind of royal perspective of the eagle that doesn't allow itself to get pulled into the discomfort as much as maybe you might have done once. And I know it's not entirely a comfortable pose here. Resist the temptation to look in. Make sure you are looking forward and taking any rounding out of your back. This pose of the dragon creates fire. But see if you can feel this as a good sensation. It's okay to feel your body. It's okay to feel your body working. It's okay to feel a bit of intensity in the body. We can hover over it like a great eagle and just ride the sensation, ride the currents of air. 3 more breaths, you guys. Beautiful. And then let's push ourselves slowly out of that. Come into downward facing dog. Stretch it all out. Well done. Okay, from downward facing dog, we're going to bring the right foot forward. And we're going to come back into that for the second time on the right side. The forearms are coming down towards the mat if possible. And it might well be that you stay here again. It might well be that you add on. If you're adding on, we're going to grab the ankle. So your right foot is forward. We're grabbing the ankle with the right arm, with the right hand. And we're going to snuggle the right shoulder behind the calf of the right foot as best you can. And you can look back for a moment and just bring your back foot to the floor as if you were doing a warrior one. And then look forward. Keep looking forward. That helps with the balance. Keep the heart lifted. Keep that levity in the heart here. And you can stay here. Keep looking forward and keep extending back through the back leg. Or you can hold your ankle with both your hands. Breathing, riding the currents of breath. And if you like from here, you can extend your hands wide and fly. Really stretching out your kingdom, the kingdom of you in all directions, stretching out your perspective as you stretch out your physical body. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Now let's release that. Slowly come out and come into a runner's lunge. Your right foot is still forward and just folding gently over the right leg. It should feel pretty natural to come into this position actually after that. Lovely. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to do this on the other side. So the left foot is coming forward, I believe, and the forearms come to the mat. Just set yourself up for dragon on this side, and you can stay here or you can add on by holding your left ankle in your left hand, snuggling that left shoulder sort of under and around and behind the calf of the left foot. And you might want to bring both of your hands to your ankle. Bring your back leg, your back foot down as if you're doing warrior one. And both hands to your ankle here. Keep looking forward, Do not fold in on yourself. Keep flying here, and then maybe extend your arms out to the side. Feel that levity of your heart. Ride the currents of your breath. Keep this perspective hovering over what is happening. Keep the mind lifted. Two more breaths, you guys. Gorgeous. And then come out of that, sweet release. Bring yourself into runner's lunge. Your left foot is forward this time. And just folding over that left leg. Just feel the kingdom that is you. It is good to feel you. It is good to feel the body. It's not always easy, but it's good. It's good for us. Beautiful. Then come back to downward facing dog. this familiar pose that affords us ease and grace, brings us back. It sort of resets us back to our natural state, back to our natural state. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, let's come back into a runner's lunge. So just bring one foot forward, whichever foot feels right. Have 2 blocks handy. Now you can stay in runner's lunge, or you can work your legs towards Hanuman or to splits. And how you do this is you just sort of like wiggle the front foot forward a little bit, and then test the back leg, wiggle it back, front foot forward, back, and just when you find sensation, stop. So you might be very high away from the ground with your pelvis, and I've heard this said too, that the space between you and the floor is called potential. So find your version of splits today. Be sure as to not kind of let your back hip kind of roll up too much. Try and keep your hips nice and even, and you can take the block underneath your front thigh to support you, or underneath your hands to support you here with 2 blocks. As soon as you find your version here, let's look ahead. Let's be proud and majestic in our physicality, no matter what it looks like. This is eagle magic that connects us to the power of our spirit. This is way more beautiful really than our bodies. And connecting to the power of spirit helps us to see a bigger picture, to overcome uncertainty and have a broader perspective and superior vision. It's, again, transcendence energy. It moves us beyond the normal. So allow yourself to be in this pose beyond normal. And if not beyond normal with your physical body, beyond normal with your perspective. Majestic in your perspective. Beautiful. And to come out of this, we're just sort of going to use the arms to lift the hips and just wiggle the front foot back towards you and the back foot in towards you until you find your way out. Lovely. And take a downward facing dog in between. And then we can take runner's lunge to Hanumanasana or to splits on the other side. So bringing the other foot forward, and you'll know full well which one that is. You'll have a very good awareness of your hips and which one went forward last time by now. And whatever it is you're doing, however far you get, just make sure that this is a kind of no sweat pose, only stretch. If you are expanding, then you are succeeding. It doesn't matter how it looks. The space between you and the floor is called potential. So raise your perspective, look ahead. Expand your physical body, stretch through your physical body, but just as importantly, stretch your perspective. Open up through your breath. Keep looking forward. Don't over push anything ever. When we're practicing, we trust that, it comes over time. Breathing, riding the currents of your breath and riding the currents of sensation. A lot arises here, and that's good. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the view of your kingdom here. Take another breath in. And then let's wiggle the front foot towards you, wiggle the back foot towards you until you find your way back to some semblance of normality in downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful. And just sit now. Just sitting on your heels. Breathing. Feeling your kingdom in ease and grace. Feel the levity of your heart, your birthright, as your heart rides the currents of your breath. We're sitting on our heels. We have a strap handy for this section. And we're just going to bring your left foot now, just sit down, bring your left foot in towards your thigh, as if you're going to come into Janushirasana A, so it's like a tree, looks like a tree here, tree body. Gorgeous. And let's pick up your right leg and bring your right leg into kind of a pigeon's shape across the body. The knee and the foot can rest into the crook of your elbows. You can keep some flexion in that foot as you draw the leg in towards you, and you're kind of holding your foot like a little baby. If you can't find the crook of your elbows with your knee and the heel of your right foot, then you can always take your arm underneath your calf, both arms underneath your calf, and just pull the leg towards you, just to open up the hip a little bit. When you find sensation, stop and breathe and ride the currents of your breath and maintain that levity in the heart. And this is a very stretchy practice, and there's I can only take these stretches to so far. And that is far enough, because I wish to remain today in ease and grace inside of my body. Ride my breath and ride the sensations, not work against them. So you can kind of rock your baby a little bit here. What I would say is don't do this practice cold. You really need to do the other two practices that came before, just to kind of get a little bit deeper into your hips first. Gorgeous. And we're going to take this leg now that's raised, and we're going to either stay here, or we're going to put the leg on as a backpack. What? She says. How to do this is we're going to take the knee out to the side, back a little, and then boost it up behind you. Be super sensible with your body here. If there is a big difference between intensity of sensation and pain, and we never want to experience pain. We're aiming to get the leg kind of around the shoulder, not necessarily over the shoulder. But if you can do that, great. But just around the shoulder a little bit. Okay. So the action to get there, we'll just say it one more time, is you're taking your leg out to the side, back a little bit behind you, then boost it up. And just go as far as you can and then stop. Brilliant. This will eventually take us into a pose that's called compass pose. So you might know it, or you might not. It's quite strong on the shoulders, so if you have any issues with your shoulders, please use a strap. What we're going to do is we're going to take the right hand to the ground for some balance. It sort of comes through the legs. And then bring your left hand to the outer edge of your right foot. And you might extend the leg for compass pose here. Whatever it is you're doing, have a strong moral compass. Be kind. Be kind to yourself on your strapping the top leg if you need that. And try to keep that levity in the heart. Awesome. And then slowly release that. And then swap the legs over. So your right foot now is coming into like a Janu Sirsasana A. Left leg is extended. And we make that pigeon shape with the left leg as we lift it up. Draw it into the body. Rest the heel and the knee in the crook of the elbows and rock the leg like a baby. Just love the leg like a baby. Or you can hold underneath your calf muscle. Hopefully this makes some sense. So just taking a moment with that leg just to prepare here. And then we're going to backpack the leg. The action for this is we take the knee out to the side, back a little and boost it up. Out to the side, back a little, boost it up. I'll say it one more time. Out to the side, back a little, boost it up, and sort of put your leg on like a backpack. You might not get anywhere near this. Just as soon as you get to your, the end of things, just stay there and breathe. And use a strap. Take really good care of your shoulders here. You're bringing the left hand to the ground. It comes through the legs for balance. And then you're going to take your right hand or your strap around the foot, or the right hand comes to the outer edge of your right foot. And you might stay here, or you might extend the leg for compass pose. Really, sometimes we do these kinds of practices, and the test is not how far we can go, but how kind we can be. And how much we can raise that perspective to not judge ourselves, to stay in ease and grace within the difficulty, like that great royal eagle. Okay, let's release that now. Awesome. And we're going to land the eagle onto the floor here. So lie to your left side and line your whole body sort of head to foot up with the edge of your left mat, the long edge of your mat. And support your head with your hand. So your left hand is coming to your head. You will need to engage your belly here. You will feel yourself wobbling around. It's kind of designed that way. We're going to bend the right knee. Your foot is coming to the floor in front of your straight leg, and your core is engaged here. Now use your right hand and press into your inner thigh to open your hip. And you can stay here. This is a nice stretch. You can just stay with this. Because the lower portion of your body that's nearest the floor is all straightened out, you will need to engage your belly to keep your balance here. And really engage your belly if you want to. You can find your right toe now with the first two fingers of your right hand and maybe extend the leg up towards the ceiling. It may well be that you fall out, that you roll back or you roll forward, but that's fine, just come back in. Ride the tides of your breath. Retain your levity of heart, your lightness of heart. And breathe. Gorgeous. Let's come out of this and just roll to your other side, so you're lying on your right side along the long edge of your mat. So you're in a really good straight line. You're supporting your head with your right hand. You're bending the left knee. The sole of the foot is coming to the floor in front of the straight leg. Your core is engaged. And you're bringing your left hand to your inner thigh, opening your thigh here. Expanding your kingdom in ease and grace. Gorgeous. You have the option to find your left big toe with your first two fingers and extend the leg up. And you might wobble, and that is okay. Ride the tides of your breath. Find the levity of heart. Be lifted on the currents of sensation. Gorgeous. And then release that. Okay, we're going to come back to the first side, which is our left side. Now you can take the first version with the sole of the foot on the floor here, or you can find your left toe and hold the left leg up towards the ceiling and stay here. Or we can work that compass pose that we just did while we're lying on the floor. So to do this, we're going to backpack the top leg. So the action to get that top leg where you want to go is out to the side, back a little, boost it up. Out to the side, back a little, boost it up. And you might just stay here. You might just sort of stay in this position, say that'll do. But if you want to add on, you can create your compass by bringing the hand that is supporting your head and grabbing the outer edge of your lifted foot. You might want to use a strap. Don't compromise your shoulders. And you can add on one more here by bending your base leg, your bottom leg, and bind with the opposite hand. And their legs may be quite bent, they may be extended, it doesn't matter. We're just taking the body towards that energy of transcendence, which is beyond normal. And you'll need to kind of like engage your core to stay in it. And you may be out of it already, but if not, come on out. Beautiful. Okay, let's do this on the other side. So let's roll to the right side. Find your big toe, or you can keep the sole, you can keep that foot on the ground with the knee bent and just work the inner thigh open. That's absolutely fine. You can find the big toe, you can extend the leg, you can stay there, absolutely fine. Or you can backpack the top leg by bringing it out to the side, back a little, boost it up. That's the action. So put your backpack on as best you can, and maybe you stay here. Maybe that'll do. Or maybe you want to create your compass on this side by releasing your head hand. Grab the outer edge of your lifted foot, and you can bend the base leg, bind with the opposite hand, come into that energy of transcendence, beyond normal. Maybe extend the legs. Enjoy the pose. Levity of heart, lightness of heart. Don't take it too seriously. It is what it is. Gorgeous. Come out of that when you're ready. Come back to your belly. Gorgeous. Take a little baby cobra. And then press gently back, downward facing dog. Stretch it all out. Awesome. Now, just to finish, we have the choice of single pigeon, double pigeon, or you can lie down and thread the needle. So find your posture. Find what feels good for your body. And the trick is just don't try too hard. Just find the good sensation and feel in ease and grace. Close your eyes, no sweat. Just stretch. Expand your kingdom. Ride the currents of your breath. Ride the sensations of your body. Knowing that as you kind of stretch out through the physical, you stretch out your perspective. Relax the hinge of your jaw. If you're in single or double pigeon, you've got the option to fold forward, which is really nice actually. We're so close to Shavasana, you can almost taste it. So let's get ourselves into that attitude of letting go and releasing. Wherever you are, let's take a breath in. Inhale, fill up. Hold the breath. Exhale out through the mouth. Let go. Inhale here. Hold. Exhale, let go. Ease and grace. Inhale one more time. Hold. Hover. Exhale, release. Gorgeous. If you're in single or double pigeon, or thread the needle actually, let's swap the legs now. Just swap your legs over. Remembering each side is very different, so we don't push, we just find the first sensations and work there. Close your eyes. Relax. Just feel how good it is to feel the body. Be easeful with your body. Let it do what it naturally can do. Gorgeous. Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. Hold your breath in. You're hovering. And exhale, release out through the mouth. Inhale, fill up. Hold the breath in. Exhale, release out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Hold the breath, you're soaring now. Exhale, let go. Beautiful. Bring yourself out of whatever pose you've chosen to take. And you can bring yourself now straight into Shavasana, or you can bring yourself into a reclined twist if you feel that you need one. Allow yourself to land here. Let go, take rest. In ease and grace, the eagle has landed. I'm sorry I couldn't resist it. Let yourself let go in Shavasana. Come back into this natural state of ease and grace, this natural high. And let go as deeply as you can. The more you allow yourself to return to your natural state, the better you will feel. So I'm going to leave you now to take as long a Shavasana as you can possibly afford. Lie back in ease and grace. Ride the tides of your breath. And then let everything go. With thanks, so much thanks and gratitude for your practice today. I say namaste to you as you relax in Shavasana. Great king of birds with the eagle. Relax. 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 Okay, just start to deepen your breath and gently move your fingers and your toes. Bring yourself slowly back into your body, stretching your hands above your head. And then with respect to your lower back, you might want to hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then rock to one side when you're ready. And bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Yeah, inspired today by the amazing Wim Hof, or he's known as the Iceman man. This guy kind of embodies this spirit of transcendence, going beyond the normal. And there's lots of tutorials online that you can get to learn his amazing kind of breathing techniques. Today we're just going to do kind of beginners Wim Hof, which is, fairly challenging, I feel. We don't want to do this ever on a full stomach. It will make you feel sick and maybe make you be sick on a full stomach. And as with all breathing techniques, it's not good to force anything. We don't want to create tension at all within the system while we're practicing. So bear that in mind as you practice. If you need to stop and take breaks, then stop and take breaks. And come back in when you're ready. You can do this breathing either sitting or lying down. Completely up to you. Make sure that you're comfortable. And yeah, if you feel tingles in your body, it's fairly normal. You're kind of bringing a lot of oxygen into the body with this technique. Lightheadedness is normal, but make sure that you are not practicing this anywhere where it would be dangerous to faint. Don't be scared. But this is part of kind of what he says about, safety things. So don't do this in the bath, that kind of thing. How this works is it's a circular breath, breathing into the belly and the chest through the mouth. We're breathing in and out in this circular motion. So it's quite powerful. It kind of sounds like this. I'm going to cough now. I think I just breathed in a fly. So it's... And you'll notice that there's no pause in between the inhale or the exhale. It's just this kind of circular breath in and out. And we're going to do this for about 30 breaths. As you reach the end of your 30 rounds, which is quite a lot, but this is what he's saying is a beginner's practice, so I'm just going to pass this on to you guys. It is awesome. As you reach the end of 30 breaths, we're going to exhale, hold out the exhalation. First of all, starting with a 30-second exhalation holds and working up to a longer hold out of the exhalation, which is surprisingly easy because your body is so oxygenated by this point. And then we take an inhale and hold it just to recover for about 15 seconds between each round. So this really will get you kind of high on your own supply. I'm going to just practice it and speak to you nearer to the time of the holding out the exhalation and the inhalation, just to let you know where you are. So hopefully this will work. Nothing to it but to do it in ease and grace. Here we go with Wim Hof breath. So when you're ready, you're lying down or you're seated. You're relaxed. Just make sure you stay relaxed as you do this breath. Round one, here we go. Let's inhale and exhale. Remain relaxed as you inhale and as you exhale. About halfway. $29, inhale, exhale, deep inhale here, fully in and fully out. Now hold the breath out. Relax the body as best you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in and hold the breath in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Fully inhale. We go for round 2. Take a breath if you need it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. About halfway now, keep going. Exhale, inhale, belly and chest. One more in and out. Last one, fully in and out. I lied. Last one, fully in and fully out. Now hold the breath out. Relax here. Just allow the body to do what it is capable of doing. Create no tension in the process. If you need to breathe in, then breathe in. Don't create any tension, but if you can hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now fully inhale and hold the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then let go. Ready for the next round, final round I believe, round 3. Here we go, in and out. In, no pausing. Inhale about halfway, exhale, keep going, exhale. Exhale here, coming near to the end of it, fully in and fully out. Now hold the breath out. Just let any tingling happen in the body. Let the body do what it wants to do. Be easeful in your posture. The awareness is hovering above the retention in ease and grace. And you've held the retention now for well over half a minute. Sorry, well over a minute. About another 30 seconds to go if you can hold. Relax all the muscles of the face, relax the body. Moving into transcendence, what is beyond normal. I know that it's not normal for me to hold my breath out for this long, but it's okay. And then when you're ready, inhale fully and hold. Release that breath, release that retention. Sit quietly. Let your lungs breathe normally. After that, it's like your eyeballs have been cleaned. That's certainly how I feel. I feel incredibly invigorated, high on my own supply. It sort of shifts my energy from into a higher state of being. So I salute today the wonderful Wim Hof and who embodies this embodied transcendence beyond normal. The Iceman embodies this eagle energy for me today. I attribute this practice to him today. And there's a ton of stuff online if you're interested in more breathing techniques like that. Beautiful. Thank you so much for practicing with me. So much love. Namaste.